Hi, today Unit 2, Lecture 5, we will see the simply supported beam, shear force and bending moment diagram for the simply supported beam which is subjected to the various types of load. So let us first see the shear force and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam with a point load at the midpoint, right? Shear force and bending moment diagram, we need to know how to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam with a point load, concentrated load at the center of the span, mid span. Okay. So previously, in previous lecture, we have discussed about the SFD and BMD for the cantilever being subjected to various types of loads, right? There, when we consider the section, we have considered the right side portion of the section. Okay. Since the right side portion, in cantilever beam, the right side portion at the end, there will be the free end. So there is no reaction. Therefore, easy to calculate. Calculation is very easy, though we have seen. But in simply supported beam, in case of simply supported beam, so we can consider the section on the beam and we will consider the left side portion of the section. So you know what is shear force? Either we have to consider left side of the portion and add the value, or right side of the portion add the value, you will get the shear force. Similarly, bending moment, right? Now we can see this figure 1, which is shows a beam AB, simply supported beam AB of length L, okay, simply supported at the ends A and P and carrying a point load W at its midpoint C. So at the midpoint C, the load W will be acting, right? So for this simply supported beam with the central point load, you have to draw the SFP and the PMD. So what is the, how can you identify the shear force value? The definition of shear force is nothing but algebraic sum of all the forces acting either left side or right side of the section. So if you take the section and the beam, if you consider left side or right side of the section, you add all the forces, you will get the shear force value. So at the section XX, Fx will be equal to shear force at X. At the section XX, Mx will be equal to bending moment at X. So bending moment also, if you take the section, consider either left side or right side, load into distance. That is called bending moment value, right? If you add all the moments of forces, you will get the bending moment value. So now we can see here, first of all, you need to know the reactions. Okay, so in the simply supported beam, you need to know the reactions. So here, the value is W is acting on the beam. This point A, there will be the reaction RA, and this point B, there will be a reaction RB. So that reaction RA and RB, we have to find out first. The first step is to find out the reaction, simply supported beam. In the cantilever beam, you no need to find out the reaction. Why? Because you consider the right portion of the section, right portion the free at the end, there will be a free end. Therefore, there is no reaction. There is no any vertical reactions or horizontal reaction at the moment. So no need to calculate. But here, in simply supported beam, there will be the reactions. So we have to calculate this reaction. Here you can see this is simply supported symmetrical load. W is acting at the center, therefore symmetric load. Therefore, the reaction will be equally resist this W. Therefore, this side at A, W by 2, RA will be equal to W by 2. At B, RB will be equal to W by 2. So this side W by 2 and this side W by 2 will resist this load W, right? Therefore, the RA will be equal to W by 2 and RB will be equal to W by 2. Therefore, RA equal to RB is equal to W by 2, right? So now reactions over. Next, we need to calculate the shear force value and bending moment value such that we have to draw the SFD and BM, shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Now you can see the shear force diagram. First, let us take a section XX at a distance of X from the end A between A and C. Let X is equal to shear force at X, MX bending moment at X. So here we have considered left portion of the section. Therefore, the shear force at X will be equal to resultant force acting left side portion of the section, right? So in this figure, you can see left side portion. I have taken the section. Shear force is nothing but left side. What are the forces acting? Left side, what is the forces acting? RA will be equal to W by 2. Left side acting upward clockwise, looking like clockwise, therefore positive W by 2. Therefore, f of x will be is equal to plus W by 2. Okay. So f of x will be is equal to plus W by 2. Hence, the shear force between A and C is constant and it is equal to the W by 2. You can see the shear force diagram here. Point A, the value is W by 2 increasing, and in between the section XX, we have taken between A and C. Therefore, A and C, there is no any other load. So, up to the point C, the W by 2 constant horizontal, continue horizontal line. But because of this C, load is acting W at the C, there will be the change. Here, what is the load is acting? W. It is acting like a downward, therefore minus W. Okay. Here, we have the load of plus W by 2. Here, plus W by 2. Therefore, minus W plus W by 2. What will happen? Plus W by 2 minus W. Therefore, you will get minus W by 2. Therefore, this diagram will come to minus W by 2 because of this W down, negative. Then in between C and B, you can see there is no any load. Okay, therefore this minus W by 2 is horizontal. Okay, then here plus W by 2. So plus W by 2 minus W by 2, 0. Then it goes to 0 again. Okay, so this is how we have to draw the shear force diagram for the simply supported beam. Similarly, you can you have to draw the bending moment diagram. So similarly, you can take the section XX. So mx, you have to calculate the equation, mx equation. So mx will be is equal to load into distance. So load is acting upward into distance x. So it's looking like a clockwise direction. So it will lift the beam downward like this. So it's looking like a sagging bending moment, therefore positive bending moment. So mx will be is equal to plus W by 2 into x. So W by 2 into x is the moment at x equation, right? So if you want to calculate the bending moment value at the point A, the x will be is equal to distance is, we are taking left side section. So at left side, at this point, x equal to 0. So moment at x is equal to W by 2 into x. So moment at A equal to W by 2 into at A, the x equal to 0. Therefore, W by 2 into 0. Therefore, the moment value is 0. You can see the bending moment value is 0. Okay. Then at the point C, the x value is L by 2. So W by 2 into x, W by 2 into L by 2. X instead of x, substitute L by 2. So W by 2 into L by 2. So WL by 4. So at point C, the bending moment value is WL by 4. Next, you have to draw the shear force diagram between C and B. So here, if you take the section, okay. So W by 2 into x, right, minus W into this distance. right? So x minus L by 2, x minus L by 2. Here you can see bending moment value. So between C and B, so W by 2. So bending moment value between C and B, the area into x, then minus W into x distance minus this L by 2. So area W by 2 into x minus Wx plus WL by 2. So if you simplify, you will get the equation moment at x. So in this equation, we can substitute at C point x equal to L by 2. So if you substitute as usual MC WL by 4, you know. At B point x equal to L, if you substitute, the bending moment value is 0. So obviously, you know, simply supported beam at the end, the bending moment will be 0. It is proved that the bending moment value at the end 0 and the maximum bending moment will be at the center, that is WL by 4. Okay, so this is how we have to calculate, and you can see the diagram here. So at point A, bending moment 0, then at point C, WL by 4, again at point B, x equal to L, so the bending moment value will be 0. So 0. So the equation is in terms of x, therefore it is straight line, linear. So WL by 4, 0. So bending moment diagram. So the thing is, so wherever you need, suppose in between A and C, you want to calculate the shear force value, you take the section, just to add the left side portion, what are the forces acting, and you will get the equation, and you can substitute the values at x equal to 0, at x equal to L by 2, you will get. Similarly, in between C and B, if you want, you can take the section here and add all the values left side portion, and if you substitute x and value at C, at B value, you will get the shear force value. Similarly, if you want to draw the bending moment diagram, in between A and C, take the section, load into distance moment. If you add, you will get the mx equation. From that, you can substitute x equal to 0, x equal to L by 2, you will get the bending moment value. Similarly, in between C and B, if you want a bending moment value, take the section between C and B and calculate moment value, the load into distance, everything calculate. Then you will get the bending moment equation, and x equal to value. Suppose at C, x equal to L by 2, at B, x equal to L. If you substitute, you will get the bending moment value. Then based on the values, you can draw the bending moment diagram. So this is how you have to draw the shear force and the bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam subjected to the point load, concentrated load. Now we can see the shear force and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam with an eccentric point load. SFD and BMD for a simply supported beam with an eccentric point load. Now you can see this figure, the AB, beam AB, simply supported beam, length L, A and B are the two ends carrying the point load W at the point C. See, this point C is not exactly at the center. Okay, so there will be a distance of small a from the A, capital A. Okay, so here you can see this is eccentric load. Now for this eccentric load, you have to calculate shear force value and bending moment value such that you got to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So as usual, you want the shear force value. What you should do between A and C, you want to draw the shear force diagram. So between A and C, you take the section and add the value. So here you don't know RA value, reactions, RA, RB, you don't know. So first of all, you should find out the reactions value. So for that, what you should do, you have to apply the two equation. One is sum of the moment at A equal to 0 or sum of the moment at B equal to 0, and another equation is sum of the vertical force is equal to sum of the downward force. If you use these two equations, you will get the reactions value. So now we can see how to find out RA and RB. Let RA is equal to reaction at support A and RB is equal to reaction at support B. Now first calculate the reactions by taking the moment about A or about B. Now taking the moments of forces on B about the A. Suppose I am taking the moments of forces about the point A. Summation of MA equal to 0. Moment at A will be is equal to 0. So this is the beam. So here RA, this is RB, here W is acting. So now I am taking the moment at A. Therefore, here this force RB into distance L. This is towards the section I am taking RB like an anti-clockwise force. Therefore, minus RB into distance L. Okay, so here we are finding out the reactions. So you don't consider that this is anti-clockwise force, so it will lift to the beam downward, therefore positive, not like that. When you draw the SFT and BMD diagram only, you have to see the sign convention. So here only suppose you are considering section here, this load is towards anti-clockwise, therefore minus value you have to put. So here at section A, RB into distance L, then here you can see towards the A it's looking like a clockwise, so W plus W into distance is A, so which is equal to 0. Okay, so RB into L plus minus RB into L plus W into A will be equal to 0. Therefore RB into L is equal to W into A, RB equal to WA by L. Then another equation, sum of the upward force is equal to sum of the downward force. So RA plus RB is equal to W. RA plus RB minus W equal to 0, or RA plus RB will be equal to W. Right? So here RA you need. So W minus RB. So W minus, what is RB? WA by L. So W minus WA by L. W outside, if you take 1 minus A by L. So L minus A by L. So W into L minus A by L. You know what is L minus A? L minus A. Therefore B. L minus A is nothing but B. Therefore WB by L. So RB equal to WA by L and RA equal to WB by L. So this is how you have to calculate the reaction. So you just equate, use two equations. Okay, sum of the moment at A equal to 0 and sum of the vertical force, upward force will be equal to sum of the downward force. You use two equations, you will get the reactions. Then as usual, consider the section XX at a distance of X from the A, between A and C, and shear force Fx equal to only one force W by B, WB by L. RA is acting upward, positive, so plus WB by L, that is the Fs, shear force at X. So therefore, the shear force between A and C is constant, that will be equal to WB by L. Similarly, now consider the section XX at a distance of X from the end A between C and B. Therefore, you can see the diagram, can understand. So here I'm taking section between A and C. So shear force value is RA, W, B by L. So it will go upward. Again, between A and C, there is no any force, constant up to this point. Again, I want to calculate here. So I can take the section here. Therefore, RA, that is WB by L, upward, positive, minus this W value. Okay, minus this W value. Therefore, WB by L minus W. So here you can see WB by L minus W. Therefore, W you can take outside, B by L minus 1. So W into B minus L by L. So B minus L. Therefore, you can L minus A if you consider minus A outside, minus W into L minus B by L. So L minus B, you know, small a, therefore minus WA by L. So shear force between C and B is minus WA by L. So from WB by L, it comes to down minus WA by L. Here you can see. So WB by L. So after that, at point C, because of this W, it will comes down as minus WA by L. Then between C and B there is no any force, it's constant horizontal. Again, it goes to 0 because RB is plus W A by L. This is minus W by L. Therefore 0 here on point B. So this is how you have to draw the shear force diagram. Similarly, bending moment diagram if you want. So as usual, you have to take the section between A and C and moment of x equal to RA into that x value. So if you substitute x value at A x equal to 0, so obviously the bending moment value is 0. Here you can see moment RA into x. So RA is WB by L into x. So mx equal to WB by L into x. Linear equation you will get. So at A point x equal to 0, substitute moment at A equal to 0. At C point x equal to A. Therefore, if we substitute moment at C equal to WB by L into A. Therefore, WAB by L. So obviously, simply supported beam another C point 0 at B point at support B 0. Therefore, WAB by L is the maximum. Again, it will come down 0. So now you can see the diagram. Here you can see. So at A point, simply supported beam support 0. Here also 0. Then it will increase WAB by L again up to 0. So positive bending moment. So this is how you have to calculate the bending moment diagram. Okay. So I hope you understand. Thank you.